Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be giving you a look at what an average day of eating looks like while I'm training hard for my triathlon goals. So yes, today we're talking about food and nutrition, what I eat, when I eat it, and why I eat certain things. Obviously this is just one day and what I eat between days varies massively, so this isn't necessarily representative of the average. This is just what I thought would be a fair kind of gauge of what I eat most days. And as we go through the video, I'll give you ideas of other things that I eat at similar times of the day. And of course, I am not a nutritionist or anything like that, so this isn't necessarily nutritional advice. This is just what works for me when I'm training really hard, 2 to 3 times a day, basically every day of the week. So my first stop in the morning when I wake up every single day is my Nespresso machine. I cannot really get up very well without having a double espresso. It just helps me so much, both the taste and the caffeine in it obviously help me to kickstart my day, and if I don't have that first thing, I tend to really struggle in the morning. On the day that we're looking at, I had an early morning swim, so I was heading for the pool for just about 7:30, so all I had before that was my double espresso. I don't tend to eat anything before I go swimming. If I'm really hungry, I might have a banana, but I'll try to fit that in an hour before that I'm actually going to be swimming. I don't find that I need the extra energy first thing in the morning. It's mostly just feeling awake and having a little bit of a caffeine boost is all that I really need. If I've got a bike run day or run bike day, depending on which way around I want to put them, normally I'll have breakfast first thing in the morning, but like I said, on this day, breakfast after swim is the perfect way to do a day like yesterday. My go-to breakfast, like basically every other endurance athlete, is porridge. I go a lot of different ways with my porridge, but generally I try to keep it pretty simple. So yesterday I had oats, a bit of sugar, oat milk, as I guess you can't really get enough oats in porridge, and then I normally put a banana chopped up in while it's still cooking because I like a bit of softness in that. I don't like the texture difference between those nice creamy porridge oats and then a hard bit of banana if you just chuck it in at the end. I find this breakfast to give me the right balance of energy but not sit too heavy on my stomach because I really want to get in my second workout before midday. My second workout yesterday was a threshold run, so that was quite intensive. However, it was only an hour and 15 minutes, and for something of that length, I really don't feel like I need to take any food or drink with me on that run. It's much easier for me to not carry anything and to really focus on the intervals that I was trying to do and then come home and have something to eat. Now, before we go any further, I do just want to say that I just hit 50 subscribers, which is absolutely phenomenal. I'd like to thank every single one of you watching this video, regardless of whether or not you are subscribed. To think that 50 people want to watch these videos consistently is mind-blowing to me, and if you want to see more of them, obviously hit subscribe. Every single subscriber means a massive amount to me, especially when I'm so small. So if you do hit that subscribe button, I guarantee you I'm going to see it and it will mean a lot. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let's continue on with what I eat in a day. After pretty much any hard session, I generally have a protein shake. Now, this isn't necessarily because it has a really high amount of protein in, although that is really nice. Mainly because it's something quick and easy to ingest. It doesn't sit and make my stomach feel really wrong. And the way that I make it, it does have a lot of carbohydrates in as well, which is really important to replenish so you can get those glucose stores back into your muscles. What I normally do is have about 300 to 400 mils of oat milk, some oats for a bit of extra carbohydrates, a vegan protein powder, and then a banana as well. And I blend that all up. Sometimes I chuck in a bit of ice if I'm feeling really hot. But that really to me is the perfect post-hard workout recovery meal because I don't feel like eating a full meal immediately afterwards, but it is really important to get especially those carbohydrates and proteins into your body quite soon after the workout. Once I've changed, had a shower, whatever I'm going to do, and my appetite's come back a little bit, I'll move on to having lunch, and that's normally around 2, maybe even 3 o'clock for me. I generally have quite late lunches just because I try and fit in all my exercise before I have lunch so that I can have a shower and then relax and get some work done in the afternoon. Normally, I try to have leftovers from the dinner before However, yesterday we didn't have any, so I made myself just some pasta with some vegetables. I think I had some green beans, some mushrooms, and some peas with a little bit of olive oil, or sometimes we have a vegan pesto in the fridge, which I'll use a spoon of. Mix it in, a bit of pasta water. It's super simple, but most importantly, it's really high in carbohydrates because I get most of my protein from my breakfast, my protein shake, and my dinner. So it's really important for me to have a heavy carbohydrate meal after I finished all of my workouts. That just gives me the energy that I need to really perform well on the next day. If I don't have that and I had something a bit lighter or something a bit heavier in fats or proteins and lighter on the carbs, it just makes me feel like I don't quite have that oomph on the next day. For dinner yesterday, Danny made an absolutely delicious biryani. This is the first time we've made this, and it's quite typical of what we have. We normally make sure that we have some sort of rice or pasta or potatoes with our meal. Just again, carbs, carbs, carbs is one of the most important things as an endurance athlete. So this was all-in-one biryani from a brand new book that we just recently got, with a fair few different types of veg in it, which just helps to bulk out the meal, as I have a humongous appetite, and if I ate as much as I wanted, I really wouldn't be at the weight that I want to be to perform well in my final races of the year. For a dinner meal, this was especially protein light for us. Normally we would have a chickpea or a bean or something to go in with that, but trying new recipes means sticking by the word to them, because we really want to see exactly what the author had before we start making our own suggestions and adaptations to them. So just a simple biryani, which was delicious. Thank you, Danny, so much for making that. And so that's all I ended up eating yesterday, but there are a few notable things that I didn't have yesterday that I might normally have. Firstly is snacks. I do snack a fair bit, especially in between workouts. If I'm not having a protein shake or a meal, I tend to eat something in the afternoon, especially 1 to 2 hours before dinner. I tend to have something, and then maybe just before bed, I'll snack on the final portion of leftovers in the fridge if there is one. That sometimes doesn't make it to lunch the next day. Or I'll just have some bread or something else that is still, you know, not terrible for me when I try to avoid more processed things, but everyone's got a snack sometimes. And then hydration wise, I pretty much always carry around this. This is a just under 1 litre insulated water bottle, and I drink a lot of water. I probably go through about 3, 4, sometimes even 5 litres depending on the exercise I'm doing, although that is really variable. If the weather's hot and I'm training outside or on turbo, then yeah, so much water. I can easily go through at least 1 litre of water per hour that I'm on the turbo. But if it's an easier day, you know, easy swim, shorter run, when it's cool outside and maybe some sort of commute into a cycle, then I might only be taking on about 3 litres of liquid. It really does depend, but I do drink a lot of water. And so that's what I eat in a day. That's a very general look at what I eat, not necessarily representative of every day, but I've done my best to pick an average day for you all. If you've got any questions or any comments about the things that I eat, you think I'm missing something or am I having too much of something, leave that down in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more like them, whether that's shoe reviews, triathlon training, whatever it may be, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We've just hit 50 subscribers on the channel, and so every single subscriber is incredibly amazing for me. So yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, all the YouTube things, and I will see you in the next video.